This Lloyd's shredded barbecue chicken. This is the cheapest I can find at Walmart. I used to get this other brand, I forgot the brand, bourbon or Jack Daniels, something. Like the 2 years before COVID started, so COVID started in 2020. So in 2017, 18, and 19, or like 16, 17, 18, I was still all that. I was still traveling. We were out every day and doing our own groceries. And I remember like first buying those barbecue things from Jack Daniels were $5.99. And I looked online at Walmart, $8.99, $10 for the same thing. So considerably has gone up considerably. I can't even say big words anymore. Considerably. Prices have gone up, not overnight, but now it's like 10. It's either 10 or $11. So this was like $4, $5, or $6. But what you get, just a little tip, you do get a very runny barbecue shredded chicken purchase. So we add our own shredded chicken to it, a rotisserie chicken from Costco, or chicken that we've already have here in the house that we've cooked in a crock pot. It makes a really good meaty barbecue sandwich. So that's how you can spend less, but then add your own meat to something and still make it a good meal. Don't get me started about DoorDash again. Baskin Robbins, I mentioned this before, but I'm still disgusted, so I'll mention it again. This little child's, one scoop child's cup used to be $3.95, which was pricey even then. But out of all the fancy ice cream shops, Baskin Robbins is still the best bang for your buck. So we hadn't gone for a few months. We getting ready to do my order, and this one thing went up $1 from $3.95 to $4.95. And now there's a new rule in California that you have to ask for your goodies, spoons, napkins, straws. They will not be automatically sending home with your takeout all the goodies and the sides unless you ask for them. So another fun part about Baskin Robbins was the pink little spoon and the colorful bag and the fun Baskin Robbins napkin. I hope they still at least put it in a bag. We'll see. So there's that. I already shared with you the Burger King nightmare with the Whopper. I'm not too sure about the other pricing on the other items, because normally we would just go with the Whopper, and we'd always come home and have a salad with it. And fries have always been pricey to me. When I think of like a tiny little thing of French fries, even from McDonald's from years ago, have always been overpriced. So we were getting, prior to the COVID outbreak, prior to March 2020, we were going to the Burger King drive-thru, 2 Whoppers, $6, and it was more if you added cheese. And that was something, because it used to be like $5 or $6 for one. So every time I'd go to pay, I'd say, how long is this Whopper deal going? Oh, it's ongoing. It's just price now for the Whopper. So happy. Okay, so that was March of 2020. Just recently, they got onto DoorDash. Some places just don't go on to DoorDash or Grubhub, but they did, like, off and on. They're on, then they're not. Oh, I had Whoppers tonight. $9 for one Whopper. So how did it go from 2 Whoppers for $6, like $3 a Whopper from March 2020? Now it's $9. So I don't know if they just jacked up the price just recently, but that's pretty much sticker shock. And I see how I can't stop talking about it. And that's how I know something is just really got me as I go on and on. And then Baja Fresh. I guess there's a little bit of a increase, but their steak burritos are so good. You have to order a minimum of $12 anyways, or you pay an outrageous delivery fee on DoorDash. So their steak burrito is like a $12 or $13 burrito. And what I noticed was Chipotle and Baja Fresh, were kind of competitive with their pricing. But same with Chipotle. When we first started Chipotle, just going out to the actual restaurant, you could get a burrito, a meat burrito, with a side of chips and guacamole for like $10 or $11. Now, it's barely just a burrito for $10 or $11. So again, it's not that it just went up to that price overnight. But this is like when we first started. Okay. This is a new sausage for my husband. It's a chicken and herb breakfast sausage, pre-cooked. We got this from Sprouts. No antibiotics, no sugar. Double the price of Walmart. But I just wanted him to have just a better sausage. If there's such a thing as a better greasy sausage. It seems like all the breakfast sausages are greasy. And it was 6 something. I'm sure it won't last. That I'll be buying this because it will really bother my conscience. I know I'll be thinking that I can get the same thing half price at Walmart, but again, it's a lesser quality food item. Okay. This is a good company, by the way. They try to be a little bit more healthy than the average other food brand. And Choms. I really enjoy these, like beef sticks. But this company, Choms, this is their jalapeno flavor. They have a regular beef, they have a jalapeno. I think they have an Italian flavor, or maybe it was another brand. Not quite $2. I think Walmart started selling them for the same price. I like it because it's 0 sugar, grass-fed, gluten-free. Here's gluten-free ice cream cones. We've been going through a lot of ice cream lately. we're falling in love all over again with butter pecan ice cream. Thrifty seems to have a nice one, but I'm still buying pecans on the side and throwing them into the ice cream. Terrible. Let's do gluten-free. I'm not sure if all cones are gluten-free, but it tastes like an everyday ice cream cone to me. Let me keep that. See if I can find them again. Kerrygold butter. Just a healthy butter from Ireland. Kind of our go-to butter. At Sprouts you can get a garlic butter, Kerrygold. It is pricey, but you're going to get the better buy at Walmart. And if you're an anti-Walmart person, I'd like to know why. Years ago, I remember hearing so many people complaining, I never shop at Walmart. And when it came down to it, it seemed like the majority of the complaints were because Walmart didn't pay their employees that much money, or because they wouldn't unionize. So I'm just curious, are you a anti-Walmart person, and why? And personally, I'm so grateful for the head honcho. What was his name? Sam Walton. Decades ago, I had no clue about Walmart. California didn't get Walmart till decades later, after the whole rest of the country got it. I don't know why. I guess I think because we're a rich state, that we didn't need it. I don't know, but I remember first finding out about Walmart in the Midwest, Indiana, and Ohio, in the 80s. I walked in there, I saw the prices, almost cried right there in the store. I thought, this is so wonderful for every single little family. And if they have a chance to really buy things and have things for their family. It affected me that. I know it sounds corny, but I used to think about that. And even in the 80s, when we had the money, we were getting like I think we got 8 paychecks a month. I got 2. I got paid twice a month. My husband got paid once a week, so there's 4. And then he was in the National Guard Reserve. He got paid once a month, but really it was twice a month because he was putting in extra time. He loved the National Guard Reserve. And they loved him. And so anyways, I just mentioned that because no matter how much, I've just noticed this throughout my life, even looking upon my parents, as I look upon them, when I was grown and gone, when I was growing up, my dad made good money. And, but they struggled, but not bad, because the more money you make, the more money you spend, the more bills you have. And I think I really learned at a young age let's never think about other people's money. But no matter where you are, your money is already spent before you get it. But depending on how well you manage, how well you plan ahead, is where the problem is. No matter if you're bringing in $5,000 a month or $50,000 a month. So, for what it's worth, that's my words of wisdom. WD-40. We've had this can forever, but I'm sure if I had to repurchase, we have another backup can under the counter. If we had to repurchase, I'm pretty sure I'd go look at Walmart first. WD-40 is one of those things like duct tape. I feel safe if I've got duct tape, if I have WD-40. And they now sell it with this thing so you can get into small little nooks and crannies. But I spray this everywhere. If a handle is hard to turn, if a key is hard to get in the car door, well, you don't use keys for the car door, you push a button. But back in the day, I had my Mustang and all the cars, pre 2000. Any difficulty, boom, WD-40, the lock. And we had locks on the garage, locks on the gate. And they all shared the same key. I'd go around. WD-40, it was just like a brand new lock. So I don't know how many of you know that, but it's a good feeling. It just works wonders, like on rust. If you have like a chain link gate or any kind of a metal gate with a handle that you push up and down to open and close the gate, you spray WD-40 and it just glides like butter. I have this little bag of hot dog buns. I wanted to mention this, not because of this brand. In fact, I don't even know where this brand came from. But for what it's worth, they were okay. For those of us who shop, a dairy-free diet, we have to remember when we get hot dog buns or hamburger buns, even bread, they put milk and eggs in some breads. I think the bread with the least amount of like gluten and dairy may be sourdough. But I wanted to mention that to you. If you do have like an allergy with dairy or somebody in your family, that can ruin their whole day. And we try so hard, if there is a dairy allergy, to be sure to not have foods with dairy. And we overlook something like the bread. And I feel like we have to start from ground zero again. Speaking of that, this is what I did. I feel so bad for my husband. Now, I rave about this Campbell's Chunky soup. Chunky clam chowder. Simply because if you use this as a base, you can make the meaniest bowl of clam chowder. I gave him this twice in 2 weeks, and not realizing it has cream and milk. Something else, I had my daughter check it. I felt so bad because on the second week he didn't feel well at all. And if I would have just given it to him the one time, maybe once a month, it wouldn't have affected him so bad. So now I found at Sprouts a dairy-free clam chowder that we're going to taste test for my husband, see how that goes. But what we do, the clam chowder, and they have another clam chowder. I forgot They have a couple different styles. I'll get the clam chowder, and this time we got shrimp. This is a Smart and Final jumbo shrimp. And so what we do with the clam chowder, we get a big bowl, put a colander over it, and drain the soup. Get a lot of the liquid out, not all of it, obviously, because it's a soup. And we just try to get a good portion of the liquid out. So then we pour it in our soup bowl. This was fun as well. This colossal shrimp from Costco, Walmart. Look at. And I also had some imitation crab somewhere. Imitation. What is this? Surimi. And it looks just like crab. So we cut up shrimp in this in big chunks. You can even get a can of diced up clams. After all, it is clam chowder. Drain that and put some diced up clams in there. Talk about a meaty, mean clam chowder. My husband loved it. And then, so threw that in the microwave, got it hot, and then added a little bit more liquid. You just save the liquid because you don't know what your ratio is going to be. Then sprinkle the top with some green parsley. I think it was dried parsley or chives. And then threw on like shredded cheese and also bacon bits. It was so good. And it was then, after that second bowl, that we realized I'd give them all that stuff with all the dairy in it. I'll keep you posted on the dairy-free clam chowder from Sprouts if it's worth it. It was not quite $7. Here's the butter meat packs that used to be 50 cents at Walmart. Now they're 80 cents. Terrible. But yes, I'll get them again. Sometimes I'm just starving for protein during the day. And if there's nothing healthy, chicken or steak or hamburger, I'll grab those meat packs. Roll it up in a lettuce or roll it up in a tortilla. I'm good. And here's that chimichanga. Sale used to be 99 cents forever. Now, $1.20 something. Walmart. I think I get sticker shock because it's a Walmart. Like if I saw the price hike at Vaughn's or somewhere else, I would just think something I figures, because they're all like union workers, right? But for some reason, I always think Walmart is different. All right, so repeat my essential. PH balance water. I still work daily to keep a good alkaline level. And I still am researching it, but bottom line, I think years and years and years of an acidic pH starts the disease cycle. So I am feeling better now that I'm more alkaline, and I'm sleeping better. Let's see. My go-to little candies. Here's Andy's mint. It's cheaper to buy them in a bag. You can get them in a little box, but Walmart sells both, the larger bag and the box. So I get the bag and the Werther's caramel hard candies, cheaper at Walmart. Disappointed beyond words from Kroger Rouse. These Arctic blasters, strawberry shortcake bars. I love cheesecake, strawberry cheesecake. So when it said strawberry shortcake, I was thinking of strawberry cheesecake. I don't know. Even the vanilla part of the ice cream in the middle was terrible. The size of the ice cream bar was so small. I got these because they were super cheap. And again, you get what you pay for. Do not waste your money. Smart and Final, parsley flakes. I think seasonings are super expensive when you see what you pay for the amount that you're getting. Smart and Final, very price effective, their seasoning, and so is Costco. But what I've noticed, I'm more hesitant now to shop at Costco simply because I don't know what's coming. When we do a Costco run, it's always a lot of money. And not a problem because we're happy with what we're getting and we feel you're getting a good item at a good price. And it's going to last a long while because you get a lot of it. So now, it seems like I'm doing everything at Walmart. And their prices are going up as well. But because I don't know what's coming or what we might need money for that we don't know about, getting everything at Walmart. So, see what fear will do in your life. It just, for me, it stagnates me. I like see all the things I think about off camera. This packaging, this was $2 something, not quite $2.50 for this 0.67 ounce of garlic butter shrimp scampi mix. That's kind of pricey, and this was from Walmart. So we've been having fun with shrimp and different recipes at home. I bought this 2 or 3 times. My daughter loved it so much. But I know the best price is going to be at Walmart. And these Brussels sprouts, green giant. I don't think this was the best price. I did get it from Walmart, and I got these veggie spirals from Walmart. Just having fun with new vegetables, and but I would definitely do the Brussels sprouts again. I would just buy the fresh Brussels sprouts and do our own recipe in our pan with sauteing and salt and pepper and bacon. Cook the bacon in with the Brussels sprouts and let them all saute together. That was my idea when I got these. The reason I got this was because the fresh Brussels sprouts they were out of stock. And this, I'm pretty sure my daughter will figure out a way to make her own spiral zucchini. This Angelo's frozen shrimp scampi meal. Not that thrilled at all, though I do love this company, Angelo's. I guess it's Michelangelo's. They have the most delicious Italian meals. Everything from chicken parmesan, eggplant, lasagna, the whole gamut of Italian food. I would pick this name brand before any other. I think that came from Walmart. Another Walmart, if you're looking for organic unsweetened applesauce, they have the pouches and they also have the jar. Not normally, this is a perfect example. Normally, I'd have to buy unsweetened organic applesauce at Costco. A better deal, a bigger box, a bigger package, and you can spend a lot more money. But because I don't know what kind of price hikes are around the corner, I'm just sticking with Walmart. Here's my go-to coffee creamer, unsweetened coconut cream. Oh my mouth. Khalifa Farms. This is the large. I think that's like $5 or $6. And Hawthorne berries, this capsule, either Sprouts or Amazon. Do your research, as this is a supplement that clears out your arteries. So we take this daily. BioSync, we take this daily, a 15 milligram. I am working on a hypothesis. I'm researching. I've been finding that gluten foods have been affecting me less. I'd eat something with gluten, think, that didn't bother me, or it didn't bother me, or it only bothered me a little bit. I'm finding out that gluten intolerance, now this is different than celiac disease, but gluten intolerance may be rooted in nutrient deficiencies, primarily zinc and magnesium. Interesting part is since COVID came, I've really been faithful with zinc for our whole family. I take this daily. I also take copper. You have to have a balance of zinc and copper. Like, you can't just take zinc and think you're A-okay, because it can't absorb properly in your body without copper. I mean, you have to do the research. So there's 2 years of supplementing with zinc. So that's why I thought, I want to see if there's supplements to aid gluten intolerance. Bigger than beans, zinc and magnesium were 2 of the nutrients that came up saying if you're deficient, that could lead to gluten intolerance. So I'm just giving you that for you to do your research and maybe help you with whatever you're struggling with in the gluten department. But for what it's worth, I don't think I'm going to go whole hog. Even if gluten, what I've learned about gluten, even if gluten doesn't bother me anymore, it in fact thickens your blood. So just do your research. There's something in the wheat, a glue-like substance that thickens your blood. And me personally, I don't feel as well because I want my blood moving and thin. I don't want it too thin. I just don't want it thick. I think I feel better without the gluten. So is that everything? Here's my iron supplement. I no longer take like the iron, everyday iron that you see. I take a grass-fed beef liver capsule. I think of this as like dehydrated, ground up beef. Like, obviously, it has to be a lot, but get this on Amazon, Ancestral. Kind of pricey, but somewhere I read that it's not healthy for your brain to supplement actual metal or elements like that. I'm sure I'm explaining it incorrectly, but that's the idea, so I'm taking it. Oh, I love these things. These vine leaves stuffed with rice from Sprouts. Dolmas. Not sure if that's the correct pronunciation, but it comes in this oil. That's in here sauteing in this oil. And I thought they'd be fun to eat, like, you know, the California rolls, you just eat them by themselves. But actually, these are fun to eat. Like a huge bowl of rice. And just chop these up into little squares. Eat it with rice. My alfalfa capsules. A year or two ago, I thought I had is it uric acid? What is it? If you have too much of something and you get forgot. Bobby Hill had it. I can't think of it now. But I'm sure it's too much uric acid. And I'm drawing a blank. I'm so sorry. Unsalted butter. I'm sure this came from Walmart. That's funny. Dairy Gold. Are they trying to sound like Dairy Gold? We needed an all unsalted butter for a recipe that never happened, but that's where that came from. Here's another bud egg. You see, I go through that a lot. All these Kool-Aid jammers. There's a new one out. These are very cost effective if you get them from Walmart. And flavors are fun. Kids love them. I love them. But my cherry is really good. I want to try the new one. I forgot what the flavor was, but very nice packaging. I like a pastel or a pink packaging. And of course, you know I'll be getting this again. Piggly Chew ground ball grape bubble gum. That's gone up. I first started buying that in the little, you know, AM PM mini marts. It was $1.67 or $1.69, and it was fresh. When you'd open the pouch, there was like this white powder, and all the shreds were loose and free. None of them were stuck together anymore. When I order from Amazon or Smart and Final and like the 12-pack, I don't feel they're fresh. You know, you open it and the shreds are all stuck together and there's no white powder. So, but so I'll be getting it again. But your best bet if you're looking for fresh, the gas station mini mart stores seem to have the freshest. Someone said that store Five Below sells it, but I don't know if it's fresh. Delicious vegan bonbons. These came from Trader Joe, I think. Yes, Trader Joe. And they were delicious. And it came in such like a fancy package. I don't know how much they were. My sister picked them up. In fact, I'm keeping this here to tell her. You want more? It's just like deluxe packaging. Just a awesome product. Never had it before. Completely surprised and happy. Or if you're a Trader Joe's enthusiast, you might like that. And that's another thing. We've been wondering why Trader Joe's is not on Instacart. Some places just won't participate. So far, no Trader Joe's in our area is on Instacart. If you have a Trader Joe's on Instacart, let me know. I'm gonna start buying this again. Gluten. This is just good to take. If you know you're gonna have a meal with gluten in it. Somehow this helps the digestion of gluten. I don't know how, but I haven't had it for a few weeks. I can definitely tell a difference. So I will be getting it again. I usually get it from Sprouts. They have regular strength and extra strength. I don't know. Basil. I'll probably get an organic basil. Hopefully from Walmart. The dried. Something about dried basil almost as delicious as the Italian seasoning. But I've noticed that's like another staple for me in our kitchen. A green dried seasoning. It really fancies up stuff. Potatoes with butter and green chives. Chives or parsley. My husband's clam chowder. Just that little extra touch of green dried seasoning is a big difference. So, anyways, there's my empties video for us for tonight. So let me know if your Dollar Tree is going up to $2. Like I said, I just heard that. I'm hoping it's just this huge rumor. And what grocery items have you bought? You know, you just recently, you went one day, bought your item, went the next day, and they hijacked the price. And I'm just curious to know. We're here in California, and it's so easy for me to want to complain. Say this, you know, they just do it. They just do it in California. But from what I'm hearing, I think this is the first time ever I've heard people from all around with the same complaints. Thanks.